So I think I'm going to go into
Not
bro
too
of the
bad.
night.
You can do it.
And I don't have it in front of me.
That's fine.
So that's the bigger thing. We'll do bro of the night.
Just go into it.
We'll do bro of the night. This we give a performance, standout performance. BBD, sometimes you can't overthink it. I'm giving it to LeBron. Because a couple things going here. I'm an MJ guy. I like MJ. I think he's just an absolute killer. The scoring, I think you compare MJ and Kobe, and then you compare LeBron and Magic. Like, I think that's kind of how it's supposed to work. And when you start crossing the streams, that's when things get tricky a little bit. LeBron's, even in my worst case scenario, the second best basketball player ever. He's awesome. And he just turned it up last night. And again, he's 34, 35, and he's still just dominating. Like, okay, what did I say about Rondo before? I was like, can you believe Rondo's still doing it at 34? It's LeBron. But except he's the best player in the league.
He's still number one.
Dominant. Just absolutely dominant on both ends of the court. He had another signature block last night. He is carrying the Lakers. He's got the fadeaway. He is so powerful. He is so powerful. And, by the way, how about a couple stats for you guys? He has the most playoff wins in NBA history.
Pretty cool.
So there's, a lot of playoff games and all that jazz. He hasn't played on the Jazz. I mean, there's just some numbers that you can't argue with. And unfortunately, that's where if you get in a LeBron-MJ debate, you can each corner each other, but you don't care. I mean, he's won the most playoff games ever. That's insane. I think he's got the most, was it the most playoff assists or something? I forget. I was reading an article, but sometimes you can't overthink it, man. I've been low-key rooting for the Clippers this year just because, I mean, the Kawhi story would be really cool. Like, no one talks about Kawhi, but he could win back-to-back championships with different teams. LeBron's a nut job.
First year with each of those teams, too.
162 postseason wins. Yeah, man. I mean, it's LeBron. So, I'm giving it to Bronny. He deserves it. Layup. Got to make the layup sometimes.
Yeah. One day we can do the LeBron Jordan thing.
Justin BB
He also had all those blocks last night, which we kind of glossed over, but he was doing his block thing.
Signature blocks.
Yeah, he had a few of them. He just missed
Up
that
high.
other one, that one where he the finger hit the rim.
Yeah.
He's like, kind of hurt.
Yeah.
But the block, but it would have been the coolest one
Hate
of
when
the
that
night.
happens. Stan Van Gundy made that joke, so I won't take it. But
It's pretty good. I am going to give my bro of the night to, as between a few guys here, the dream. I'm giving it to Wil Myers.
okay, yeah.
Because the Padres are good. He's been around just a while, and people didn't know what he is. This year, he he's a good player. And he hits the Grand Slam last night, 2 homers last night. I don't know what his season numbers are, but just good stuff. Hitting another Grand Slam because he had one of the ones earlier, too.
Yeah.
It's just good, man.
Yeah, he's having a great year. 297, 366 on base, and 973 OPS. Career 774 OPS. And I don't say this. I've mentioned it before, BBD, so I'm not saying it in a you're young put down way, but I mean he was a huge prospect, his number 4 prospect, and then he came up as a rookie and he was good. It was his second best season to what he's doing now, and then it just kind of fell apart. And I don't know, I don't fully know why. I don't think it all came together. I don't know if it was just a gap between major leagues and the pros, but him and Hosmer are 2 guys that were kind of disappointing to a degree, and they're both killing it this year.
In San Diego.
Yes. And they're both absolutely killing it. So I don't know if there's a swing coach revolution or what's going on, but that's a good one, BBD, because he's an important part of that team right now. 11 homers.
There's a lot of, I think, just he didn't have the positions. He's kind of just bad at all of them. He's playing mostly right field, it looks like, this year.
Yeah.
sort of settled into a spot, getting some first base DH days.
I mean, he's by technicality, he's been their second best hitter this year. Tatis and him.
Yeah, he and the numbers aren't as bad looking back as I thought they were. Obviously, not living up to top prospect in baseball hype, but
he's had a nice career.
But he's had some nice years in the middle there. I mean, he's not even 30 yet.
People expected a lot. That's the crazy part. Because he was with the 2013 Rays.
Yeah. I believe, was he a catching prospect? Am I making that up?
No, he was. I'm trying to think of the comparison.
I'm trying to remember why he didn't have a position. Maybe it's just that he was shitty.
I think he was athletic. I think they tried to play him in center field, and that might have been too much for him.
Yeah.
Um,
when he first got to San Diego, played more games in center than anywhere else that first year. And they tried him at first. Played a lot of third last year. So now he's kind of like, I mean, right now he's kind of slotted into right field, but
yeah,
he's kind of like what the Yankees want to turn into. Not to turn into a Yankees thing,
but
like just shitty at all the positions. Shitty at all the positions,
whoa.
but just be able to stand at a bunch.
Get your Yankees talk out of here, BBD. Good bro of the night.
Doing good stuff.
Good bro of the night. Wil Myers. 1L and Will. Maybe most importantly.
Yeah.
So
weird.
Keep an eye out for that.